Soeren here, and welcome to my channel. Now finally a new video lesson from me. My old computer crashed. It was about 9-10 years old and it crashed down in Portugal. So I had to go home and have buy a new computer and have all these systems installed, and it was really a tricky thing. I will not tire you by talking too much about that, but I had a lot of help from a studio teacher, and now it finally works again. So I can start making regular video lessons again. For this video lesson I have chosen a jazzy blues song called Fool's Paradise that I've been inspired by Robben Fords' version of that one. There's a lot of chords again, but I think I would say to you that if you go through maybe 3-4 of these jazz blues songs that I have recorded already. For instance, taking the Ray Charles things, the Georgia in My Mind, Hard Times, and Don't Let the Sun Catch You Crying. If you just go through these few songs and really learn all the chords, what they're called, and so you will probably be able to play most other jazz blues songs really easy, because then you will be into these chords, you will know these chords already. It's another thing, if you want to be a professional, you need to be able to make chords all over the fretboards, just where you like to play these chords. But if you're not working to be a professional, but you just enjoy music, it's enough just to learn some basic jazz blues chords. If you just go through 3-4 of these Ray Charles songs that I recorded and really learn all the chords, it may be just 25-30 new chords for you. Then you will be able probably to play most of these jazz blues, because you will already know the language, you will know the chords. Okay, let's take a close look at these chords. I'll go through the A section, then the B section, and then I'll briefly talk about how you can approach these chords with a guitar solo. And it starts down on E flat 9, you have E9 here, go down half a step. It's a very used chord for horns, for saxophones. The E flat is quite used for jazz blues. Let's start it. It's on the 4 beat, 1 and 2 and 3, and I slide down here, go up here to the 11th fret, and back to the chord. Next chord, so the root here, it's a B flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. First finger in the 6th fret, 4th string. Second finger in the 7th fret, the 3rd and the 2nd string. And your 4th finger up in the 11th fret here. And now back to the, and then I take this briefly, it's actually E flat 13. To the E flat. So until now we have 2, 3. We go down to the 4 chord, which is A flat. And in this case it's the 13th. Maybe you know this voicing of a 13th, but I display this voicing here. It sounds great if you like this slide from an A down to the A flat 13th. First finger here in the 4th, on the 4th string, 4th bar. Second finger here in the 5th bar. 5th fret, excuse me, and 4th finger on the 2nd string here, the 6th fret. So until now we have goes on to a E flat 7 sharp 9. You probably know that from the E, this stereo 1 chords. But anyway, I can show you. It's in the 7th, the 6th fret here, 2nd finger, 4th string, the 5th fret, 1st finger. 3rd finger here again in the 6th fret, the 3rd string, and the 4th finger up on the 2nd string, the 7th fret. It's actually, if you just take a 9, then you, instead of having this on the top, you add this. So you can hear. So you take the 9 and you just add this note, so you have this 7 sharp 9. So until now we have and we go on with an A flat minor 7, just with this finger here, the bar, and the 3rd finger up here, the 5th 5th string, the 6th fret, and you go to it must be a D flat 9. Okay, so until now we have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Chromatic up to the E flat 9, and you have a long descending and I move up here to the, and then take the B. Instead of taking it down here, I play B7 here. It's like, you know, this 7. Then I just add this note. All these are in the 7th fret, 6th string, the 4th string, and the 2nd string, and then in they all in the 7th fret, and then on the 8th fret you add the 4th finger here and the 3rd string, and I make a B flat 7 sharp 5 here. 1st finger here in the 6th fret, 2nd finger down on the 4th fret, the 4th string, the 6th fret, and in the 7th fret, the 3rd string, you have the 3rd finger, the 4th finger down on the same fret down on the 2nd string. So, and it goes back to the E flat 9. So until now we have 1 and 2 and 3 and theme, it comes twice, so you just play that twice, and now we go over to the, we are come to this E flat 9. So you start on this note, and the melody goes like this. So you can hear it's the new chord is a G7 for the start of it. So the end chord on the A theme is the E flat. So you have to get to the G. So you can hear it's actually the tone. It's the E flat. That's actually the root. It's the G I go up to, which is the root of G. So 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. Then you go to a C9. 1, 2 and a G minor 7. Back to C. And then I make, it's the same as at the beginning. And I go down to the F7. Go chromatic up here on the 3rd string. I hope you get this one. Still is a 7 with a kind of 4. It's a suspended, but it's just chromatic movement. And now you have a few really interesting chords. I'll not go into the theory behind them. It sounds really great, and it's the chromatic movement, ascending movement, which is a it's actually a you can take a 9 at first, which is an F9, which is you have the first finger here on the 4th string, the 7th, the 6th fret. Up in the 8th fret you have the 2nd finger here on the 5th string. Down on the 3rd string you have the 3rd finger, and down on the 2nd string you have the 4th finger. So you have, it's actually, if you take a 9, which is like this, and then you move down half a step to take a minor 3rd. So it's F9, and then you put the 1st finger down over the strings here, so you have, I can do that at best by doing like this, and I play from the 5th string. It's difficult to take the top down here, but it's actually, you can start with a 9, and then you know you have to have these notes down here, so you get this note with, this is the 11th. I think I take it like this. Actually, I just play from this string. Okay, so until now we have on the B theme we have, or it starts like it. To this F. Up to this one. And now we play a B7 sharp 5. It's just like this one. I just take this in the top. Maybe you already know this one. So. But anyway, I take all the notes. It's the 4th string, the 7th fret, and then down on the 1st string, same fret, and in the 8th fret, the 3rd string, the 3rd finger, and the 4th finger down on the 2nd string. It's a B7 sharp 5. So you have this is an important note because you want to make these chromatic ascending. This is an important note. The next one is basically a B flat 9. I just put over it's like you probably know the 7 here, B flat minor 7. So now I just take the B minor 7 with the 4 notes here, and then I add the 2nd up here, which makes a 9, B flat minor 9. Maybe you know it like this. I don't know. 1st finger over the 6th fret, the first 4 strings in a bar, and you take this. This is a root. Go up to it's the root, and it's also the 8th note. So you go up 1 note, you get the 9th. Okay, so we have until now. And again, you can hear this chromatic. And now we have to take. So we go up to. We already had this one, which is a B. Flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. We started with that one. Okay, let's take this B theme again. Add the A theme again. I can just play through it because there's just a little twist at the end of it. So the final theme goes like this. Now the new thing comes. Actually, more 7th and 9th here. If you have the 9, I just skip the 2nd string of the 9. Whole tone down, half tone. B7 that you already know, and the B flat 7 sharp 5 that you already know. And you end with this E flat 9 where you add this note up here, so it gets an E flat 13. Okay, let's take a close look at the solo, just very briefly. We're in the key of B flat, and you can play in this B.B. King, which is in E flat major pentatonic scale. Also play up there. But okay, let's take the song. Here, all these chords you can play, you can use this E flat pentatonic, and only when it goes down to the A flat minor, you just basically take the A flat minor pentatonic scale. And you go back again. And then you have all these chromatic descending movements, which I think is the true challenge in this one, to make these interesting. I choose, it goes like this, the main chords go like this. Okay, and for that I play, you have a just a plain B flat 7 here. No, it's a flat. It's just a plain B major chord or arpeggio, and you take instead of taking that as a root, you go down a whole step. This is the major 7 down the flattest 7, so you have a B flat 7 here. So I just use this form to play over these. So you have to enter the root here. The last two I probably play up here, but now you can play it like this. And I end on the, you can do the same up here. You know the 7. Here it's plain, you know this form of the 7. If you have this, it all starts on if this is the first form of the E flat major pentatonic scale. And for this minor, A flat minor, where you have to change, it's the fourth form of the A flat minor pentatonic scale. If you want to play, then you use this form of the 7. It's just a way of, you have to experiment. At first you can move really but then you can try to experiment, making it a little more interesting.